Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. This video is about 11 objective facts that make it crystal clear that you're supposed to rally and obey God through me, aka obey me. Because when I say obey God through me, it confuses people. They say, well, can't we do that on our own? No, you can't. Because Proverbs 16:10 through 12 says you must obey God through me. You can't cheat me out of my right to lead. Thou shalt not steal. Luke 12:57, why don't you judge for yourselves what is right? Okay, so when you're given the evidence that I'm presenting, you're supposed to think, is this the truth? And I assure you it is the truth. I don't speak in code. I don't beat around the bush. I give it to you straight. So point number one, I have the top martial artist victory and challenge. Okay, no one else does. The top martial arts challenge is coming from me, and it's a continual victory. And it's being done at the end of all valid martial arts where there's 8 billion people on the planet. Now keep in mind, I started challenging people in 2012. And then my official challenge was in 2013. Back then, there was still a lot of people who were taking martial arts very seriously. In recent years, people have started acting like clowns, acting like gay sissies or something. They've acted like fools. No offense to anybody, but it's just the case, right? And so we're seeing that martial arts is ending for many reasons, right? Martial arts in their true form because of tech, cheating, ill-gotten breeding, these sex cults, corporate breeding, government breeding, and generational ill-gotten gains. And anyone who doubts that is insane. I consider that a very clear-cut objective fact. Okay. And keep in mind, I also offered people $50 just to show up. Win or lose, they get $50 just to show up. They pay nothing if they lose. At this point, it's at $100 million if they can win if I'm compensated. I mean, what else do I have to do, right? It's the most clear-cut challenge in human history. In terms of, it proves my point, right? Kuro Obi means black belt. Obi spelled backwards is Igbo. That points to my tribe. Obi in Igbo means King Heart Hut Essence Center Temple Core. And I've connected, Japanese mythology, right? Kuro Obi, Japanese, Chinese, Korean. They all wear sashes and belts in their martial arts, right? You see what I mean? And they have that kind of dragon imagery. There's a Korean dragon, Japanese, and Chinese. So you have the dragon for the devil, and you have heroes taking on the dragons, and so on and so forth. See the stories about the Oni and the Tengu, and so on and so forth. So point number two. Everyone else on the planet is lying about rape by deception. They're not telling the truth about it because they're not pointing to what the ideal person is. I'm the ideal person. And if you don't have that point of reference, you're confusing people about what women would naturally prefer. And this is not some arrogant statement. I'm not some cocky person. They try to confuse that. I'm not cocky. It's common sense. Okay? A lot of people go to the beach to get a tan. Egyptian pharaoh, the Egyptian pharaoh in his first original form. Okay? Where there's no makeup, no effeminate look, just a very handsome mulatto-looking person is the ideal person, right? A top martial artist, mulatto, okay, tall, handsome, righteous, open and shut. If you're moral, right? If you look at things objectively, objective appeal, that's what it is. And we can explore that in the comments if you want. I'm running out of time here. Let me just get through this here. So everyone else is lying about that. And let's say you disagree with that. Well, why not explain why you think that your model is better than that? If you're going to argue that Brad Pitt or Donald Trump is more appealing than that, please make your case. Or Jackie Chan or Van Damme, make your case. And none of those people are even moral in the first place, right? They're not intensely moral. Point number three. Everyone else lies about the divine order and monotheistic martial arts. By leaving me out of their explanations, they're lying about it. By telling it only in secret, they're lying about it, and so on and so forth. Point number four. Almost everyone else lies about the gay agenda. Point number five. Everyone else lies about universal pinpoint and moral precision and focus, moral intensity. So what is the nature of universal pinpoint and moral precision? And what is the nature of focus, moral intensity? Well, you have to be precise, right? So if somebody's more righteous than someone, we see that in Proverbs 4:18, they're going to be more intensely righteous, right? The path of the righteous is like the morning sun shining ever brighter to the full light of day. But you can't just be kind of righteous seeming and be very angry and intense of a person. You have to be precisely righteous and intensely righteous. That's how you reach the pinnacle of righteousness. That's how you establish the throne in righteousness. Proverbs 16:12, Proverbs 4:18. Point number 6. I have 17,000 plus videos on the internet over 17 years. And they basically all show that I'm sabotaged. And you can tell that the things that I'm talking about make it clear that I'm insisting on righteousness while everyone else is shrinking to fit. Some people are allowed to have videos that make them look good. Other people are beating around the bush. They're lying about things. They're just part of some group. It sticks out, right? I rise above the crowd. I'm the lamp on the stand while they all shrank to fit. My videos make that clear. And they make it very, very clear because they went the distance to sabotage. They went so far to sabotage. Some of them I look crazy in them. And you can tell by what I'm talking about that I'm not crazy and that they just edited it and so on and so forth. Covertly edited it, mind you. Point number 7. I do not have very many views, though I have the deepest and most important videos. That's very telling. Point number 8. No one is helping me make videos, but people are sabotaging me. What does that tell you? Point number 9. You must be persecuted for righteousness' sake to be a valid leader in 2026. Point number 10. I have 23 witnesses on record to the campaign against me. And point number 11, almost everyone else is playing dumb about mass brain hacking. And if they're telling the truth about it, why exactly are they telling the truth about it? Is their cause as great as mine? Straightforward.